What's going on? Welcome back for another episode of Survive or Thrive. Episode 4. Today we're going to be doing something different. I want to talk to you about my why. Why I started Rise Up Catering, why I do what I do, and why I think the way I think. I really believe how you view what you do will always determine how you do what you do. So when it comes to something like Rise Up Catering, for me it's such a... Rise Up Catering is a profit-for-purpose catering company with a few key things. We want to focus on training, particularly people that are struggling to get jobs. I believe everyone gets a second chance. Everyone should have the opportunity to rebuild their life after any mistake, any unforeseen life circumstance. Everyone should have the opportunity to rebuild their life. I certainly did. I was a meth addict. And now I'm here 4 years later and I've started a business. I'm writing a book. I speak. I'm different. 100% different. And it all became from how I view what I do will always determine how I do what I do. I'm on a mission to leave this world better than I found it. I truly believe this is my why. I have this written down. It's on an alarm. It pops up. It reminds me of it. I take it very seriously, but I really believe every struggle I face, action I take, decision I make will one day influence me and help me change the world, to leave the world better than I found it. That's why I started Rise Up Catering. Even though it's a part of a puzzle, of a bigger plan, of something that I know will help influence, it's so important to me. You know, when I want to add value. Well, I have something else to offer, not just cooking. And so I want to make sure that we can mix all that stuff together and no matter what, provide you with some value and add value to you in any way that looks. So that's why we're doing it a bit differently today. I guess the main mission, what we talk about with Rise Up, reminded of why we do what we do, and it's setting families up to win. And well, what does that mean? When I was in rehab, I'll tell you this. When I was in rehab, you can actually read this story on my Facebook page, or the Rise Up Catering Facebook page under, it's called Humble Beginnings. And anyway, so when I was in rehab, I was 3 months clean. I was in the program 3 months, and people kept asking about a cooking program, and I'm like, well, I can do it. So I started running it was a 10-week program. We had 10 people in the class. I think 2 or 3 left, more than that. I think 4 left the class, and we ended up with 6. But that group was so intimate. 2 of them are my best friends now. Just thinking of who finished the program. I know we all stayed clean like at the end of it. There's 2 that I keep in touch with now that are still clean and are just absolutely killing it today, which is phenomenal. They're changing the world in their own new way. But so that was powerful for me. When I seen that cooking class operate the way it was and create such like just a community, it was more than cooking. It was like connections, family dinners. We had one kid there who was like, this is the first time so when we cooked, we would eat dinner together. We would sit down and have that as dinner. And when we did that, it created such an intimacy for us as a group that we were able to share, we were able to do life together. And that's one of our core values here is no one does life alone. Community. We should be connected. And so when that happened, that changed cooking for me. Again, it was less about the food, but it was more about what the food was doing. Bringing people together was phenomenal. And to see them get clean, stay clean, work on their life, and then have those moments of revelation just at that dinner table where they're like, I feel like I can cook for my kids now. Oh, wow, this is the first meal I've ever cooked for myself. That ignited a fire in me that was like, whoa, so big. Like, I've been a chef since I was 14 years old. I've been cooking now 12 years. Even when I was in drug addiction, I was still eating well. I was like on a budget and I knew I could just buy this, and I just put it together. Because so much about cooking, like there's techniques, but so much about cooking is experimenting and winging it, and like I copped a few bad meals on the chin, but there was I never went without, where some of these mums and dads were like, man, we're like tomato sauce sandwiches, you know, eating out of bins, 2-minute noodles, like just there's no, and not that in drug addiction, nutrition is really the highest thing that we're worried about. It's certainly not. But there was no value in the food. And then when you can't cook for your kids, imagine that being taken away. And you realize that and you're like, I can't provide. That's gut-wrenching, a horrible feeling. So I've developed a home chef cooking class, 100%. That's for your kids in rehabs and like high schools and parents, anyone really. It's such a diverse program. And so that's why we did that, is because I want to add that value. So we don't have to see those situations. And the whole financial side of Rise Up Catering is for that. It's so we can go back to rehab and equip those mums and dads and kids that are still learning on this life skill. And that's just one life skill. So that's our why. That's why we do what we do. Like when I write a recipe book, I do a video, I'm trying to think about like, you know, maybe we don't need to know these things, but what is something where I can just know that I've left a little bit of value wherever I've walked? And that's why I do survive or thrive. That's what we're here to do. Leave the world a better place. So I hope you found value in this video. If you did, let me know what you liked about it down the bottom. Let me know what you want to see next. What it is that you want to hear on a particular topic. Or if you want to know something about cooking, let's get involved. Let's do this as a community. I need you to tell me what you want to hear so I can give you what you want. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.